the Galaxy S26 Ultra. 9 hot improvements coming this February. Here's what the reports are saying about Samsung's premium flagship, the Galaxy S26 Ultra. The Galaxy S26 series is right around the corner now, expected for either January or February 2026. Rumors about Samsung's forthcoming flagship handsets have been floating online for quite some time now, and the picture is getting fuller with each new leak. The S26 Ultra is going to be the star of the show. The most powerful gadget is expected to get a makeover, a new CPU, and probably a ton of Galaxy AI features. 1. Only the Snapdragon chip for the S26 Ultra. The S26 Ultra is apparently going to rock the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 in all markets, according to a listing of the phone with the SCC. The lesser siblings of the phone may get Exynos or Snapdragon, depending on the market, but Samsung has apparently decided that its most powerful model is only going to get Qualcomm's chip. 2. Charging speed enhancement. The S26 Ultra is finally increasing its charging speeds, according to several certifications and Samsung themselves disclosing their 60-watt charger. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is going to handle up to 60-watt wired fast charging. That's a bump from the 45-watt on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. This increased speed is still far from Chinese competitors that now offer 100-watt, but it's still a move in the right direction. Meanwhile, the phone may handle 25-watt of charging instead of 15-watt, another modest but essential enhancement. 3. QI2 wireless charging support. The S26 Ultra is also purportedly going to come with full QI2 support. That would enable a number of magnetic accessories for the gadget, which has just leaked, including power banks, new casings, magnetic charging stands, and automobile mounts. Previously, the Galaxy S25 series was QI2 ready but didn't have the magnets built in, which the S26 series is purportedly rectifying. 4. Design adjustments. A lot of S26 Ultra renders have surfaced previously, and we know almost for certain that the phone is going to come with some alterations in its shape. The corners are getting rounder, so it matches more with the basic S26 and the S26 Plus. Meanwhile, the phone is apparently going to feature a camera island, instead of the lenses staying on their own like in past iterations. 5. Exclusive Galaxy AI. A recent leak implies that the S26 Ultra may come with additional advanced AI functions that may not be offered on the other two S26 versions. According to the leak, even the S25 Ultra will have to wait several months to obtain these functionalities with a software update. We still aren't sure precisely what these will be, but they could be another differentiator between the Ultra and its lesser brothers. 6. Privacy display. Rumor has claimed that the S26 Ultra is likely to feature a revolutionary privacy display that would intelligently hide information from prying eyes. Reportedly, the pixels themselves would react to your environment. When an AI agent finds someone is trying to take a peek at your display, the contents are purportedly going to be obscured. That would remove the need for a privacy screen protector. Those normally take away from the brightness of the screen as well, so that would not be needed with the S26 Ultra. 7. Satellite connection. A 3C certification of the S26 Ultra suggests that the Chinese model of the phone is likely to offer direct satellite connectivity. The S25 Ultra already offers regular and emergency messaging utilizing satellite, and at least that would be accessible on the S26 Ultra. 8. Larger f/1.4 aperture for the primary camera. The S26 Ultra is reported to flaunt the same 200 megapixels ISOCELL HP2 sensor for the main camera. However, the phone is believed to come with a bigger f/1.4 aperture. The wider aperture would allow for more light to penetrate. Hence, the S26 Ultra should be able to make better low-light images and generate a shorter depth of field. The 2-nanometer chip's final CPU and GPU clock speeds have been announced ahead of its introduction. A few days ago, Samsung officially unveiled the name of their next top smartphone chip, Exynos 2600. It is likely to be utilized in some Galaxy S26 series phones. However, it hasn't been introduced yet. Ahead of the launch, some key details about the Exynos 2600 have surfaced. Smartphone Tips to Ice Universe states that the Exynos 2600 is built on 2-min technology, possibly by Samsung Foundry. It purportedly has a 10-core CPU, having a prime CPU core clocked at 3.9 GHz, while its 3 high-performance CPU cores are rated at 3.25 GHz, and its 6 mid-CPU cores are clocked at 2.75 GHz. These CPU cores are based on ARM's new Lumex platform that also promises faster AI performance. The chip is believed to have an AMD Juno GPU, also known as the Exynos 960, based on the RGN, a design, and it is clocked at 985 MHz. It supports OpenGL ES 3.2, OpenCL 3.0, and Vulkan 1.3 AP, I for 2D and 3D pictures. Previous rumors showed this DPU topping the current Snapdragon chip's Adreno 840 GPU, but the end outcome could be different. The S26 and the S26 Plus are anticipated to employ the Exynos 2600 in all countries except for Canada, China, and the USA. The S26 Ultra will likely use the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 extensively. It remains to be seen if Samsung's next chip will rival the Apple A19 Pro, Dimensity 9500, and the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 in terms of speed and efficiency. In the past, Exynos chips have consumed more power and produced more heat than competing chips. Reports indicate that Samsung has overcome the difficulties with its heat path block technology. Worryingly, for lovers of the S Pen, this new thinness might be achieved by limiting the adaptability of the stylus. In June, the leaker Panda Flash Pro said that Samsung will be deleting the S Pen digitizer, which is responsible for features like pressure sensitivity and hovering choices, though he later claimed that Samsung was unsatisfied with test results. So perhaps that means it's safe for now. Indeed, rumored information of the S26 versions indicates that S Pen functionality will stay a part of the Ultra. More radically, the Korean leaker Crow has projected the S26 Ultra to be the first non-folding Samsung phone to employ an underscreen camera, abandoning the hole punch-sized notch that's resided at the top of the screen on the company's phones since 2019. Given Samsung deleted the 4 megapixels underscreen camera from its recent Z Fold 7, that's definitely one to take with a pinch of salt, however. For colors, we've seen 6 total leaks for the S26 Ultra. We'd expect at least 2 of these will be restricted to Samsung, while leaving basic black/gray/white options plus 1 brighter shade available internationally. In terms of the screen, we're still expecting a 6.9-inch AMOLED panel, though Ice Universe says it'll have color filter on encapsulation depolarizer technology and 3rd generation anti-reflective glass. A fresh report from ET News says something similar, suggesting that the Ultra would integrate color filter on encapsulation technology alongside M14 screen materials, which should both deliver a brighter screen and improved color reproduction. That similar allegation about the M14 touchscreen has appeared in other leaked specs too. The S25 Ultra features a sharp display that's fantastic for watching videos, but the anti-reflective glass for the S26 Ultra could further decrease reflections while watching material under brighter conditions or outside. This would be amazing, but it'll be fascinating to watch how Samsung improves their lighting. That's because in our own testing, the S25 Ultra hit a high brightness of 1860 nits, whereas the Pixel 10 Pro XL managed to reach 2555 in the same tests. Needless to say, Samsung is quite far behind, and upgrading the screen might help it catch up with its greatest Android rival. Sadly, it seems that Samsung won't be boosting the display's brightness this time around. So, that's all we know for now. We'll be sure to keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Thanks for watching.